The Dominican Republic is the second largest and most biodiverse country in the Caribbean. Known for the warmth and hospitality of its people, the Dominican Republic offers a mind-blowing nature, an exciting history, and rich culture that has spanned much of its territory. Bathed by the Atlantic Ocean to the north and the Caribbean Sea to the south, it is surrounded by approximately 1,609 kilometers of coastline and 402 kilometers of beaches, many of which are among the most beautiful in the world. On December 5, 1492, the caravels of Christopher Columbus arrived at this large island, to which he gave the name Española. This territory is historically considered the first true European settlement in the Americas. Many people identify the Dominican Republic with the name of its capital, Santo Domingo. A large, modern, messy, and controversial city, but with a sense of hospitality and culture that make it beyond fascinating. Santo Domingo was the first colonial capital of the continent, the first hospital, the first university in the Caribbean area, and the first Catholic Mass in the Americas was celebrated here. The meeting point of the inhabitants of the colonial area and tourists is the Calle del Conde, a concentration of bars, restaurants, historic buildings, and activities of all kinds. "73% of the population is mulatto, 16% white, and 11% black. At the center of the Plaza de Colón stands the bronze and granite statue of Christopher Columbus, erected in 1887. Pleasant and shady, the square is surrounded by several bars, art galleries, and musicians of all kinds. In every corner of the city, you can hear music. It comes out of the restaurants, from the houses that surround the street, and even the square no less. But one wonders how this gentleman can take his siesta with the deafening concert just inches from his ear. Here, people are crazy about dominoes. The endless and noisy challenges are launched in the square under the watchful eye of locals and the curiosity of tourists who hardly understand the rules. Santa Maria la Menor, with its ochre coral stone facade, was the first cathedral erected in the New World. Construction began in 1514 and was initially made of rammed earth covered with palm trees. Its interior is surmounted by Gothic vaults, but presents different architectural styles since it was renovated over the centuries following several earthquakes. Its silver high altar is priceless. The cathedral consists of 14 side chapels decorated in different styles. The niches house works of considerable value, from statues to numerous paintings, from gold and silver candelabra to a marble floor. It is said that the cathedral served as the headquarters of the English privateer Sir Francis Drake, who sacked Santo Domingo in 1586. The cathedral housed, according to his wishes, the remains of Christopher Columbus contained in a marble mausoleum inside one of the 14 chapels. In 1785, they were moved to Seville, or, as they claim in these parts, moved permanently to the Columbus Lighthouse. 230 meters long by 70 meters wide are the dimensions of the imposing Faro Colón. According to many, the cyclopean structure would contain the remains of Columbus, but the debate over the location of the remains is always open.
Larry, check this out. With On Deck, we could get a small business loan fast and start hiring more help right away.
Or loan cannon!
While the city's electrical system doesn't shine in aesthetics or modernity, the poles that support the cables are open-air works of art. This restaurant tells the musical history of the country. The underplates are original 33 RPM records. And here's a typical dish: chicken, the irreplaceable rice and beans, and some fresh vegetables. A lot of water has passed under the bridge since Bartolomeo Colombo, brother of the most glorious navigator, was born in this city. In just 500 years since its birth, hurricanes, earthquakes, privateers, and wars have radically changed its appearance. L'Altar de la Patria is the mausoleum where the remains of the three founding fathers of the nation rest: Duarte, Sanchez, and Mella. It was they who declared independence on February 27, 1844, giving birth to the Dominican Republic. A perpetual flame commemorates their memory. A historic place of respect and national pride, much felt by the Dominican people. The National Palace of the Dominican Republic is the official seat of the President of the Republic and the executive seat of the country's power. While it is referred to as the President's Palace, it is not his usual residence, but this is where the big decisions for the smooth running of the nation are made. On the outskirts of Santo Domingo is Los Tres Ojos National Park, a unique combination of underground lakes, caves, and dense vegetation that is said to have served as a refuge for indigenous peoples during storms. A staircase leads to a complex of caves and paths that wind through the three freshwater lagoons that the Taino called the Eyes because of their oblong shape. The three lakes are underground, at a depth of nearly 100 feet, while a fourth is on the surface. The story goes that the Indians also used this place for religious rituals. They are called cenotes and are karst cavities within which small communicating lakes have formed. Fed by the underground Brujuela River, today, 1,000-year-old stalactites and stalagmites tower over the park's rock formations. The lakes have crystal-clear waters, but it is strictly forbidden to get wet, perhaps because of the legend that says these icy cavities are inhabited by a fierce alligator. Certainly, some scenes from the movie Tarzan were set here. The fourth eye is the deepest lake of them all, and the only one to even surface. It was only discovered in 1975, and it is for this reason that the naturalistic park of Santo Domingo continues to be called Tres Ojos. Los Tres Ojos National Park has been a protected site since 1972. All around are centuries-old mahogany trees, acacias, and a variety of ferns that are among the oldest and largest on the island. Proceeding towards southeast, the endless sugarcane plantations are lost on the horizon, for the production of which Haitian laborers are still employed. Here is the beach of Bayahibe, a small Caribbean village that lives on fishing and tourism, where the few and small accommodations integrate harmoniously with the natural local culture. This fishing village in the heart of Nacional del Este and is used as a logistic point to reach Isla Saona, one of the most beautiful islands in the entire Caribbean Sea. Saona is located in the Caribbean Sea, parallel to the southeastern end of the Dominican Republic. It is about 22 kilometers long and 5 kilometers wide in its widest part. This small tropical island has fabulous beaches with sand dunes and tall palm trees that reach out to the sea. Saona was also discovered by Christopher Columbus during his second voyage of exploration to the New World. The name Saona, which was originally La Bella Saonese, was given to the island by the great leader in honor of the Italian city of Savona. Only 450 inhabitants located mainly in Mano Juan, who live mainly from fishing and selling souvenirs to tourists. There are traces of human settlements on the island at least since 2000 BC. The most certain information brings instead to 800 BC when the Taínos settled there, a population coming from Haiti which colonized in pre-Columbian times most of the islands of this area. This stretch of the Caribbean Sea is part of the National Park of the East, a protected natural reserve established in 1975 to protect the environment, with very precise rules to be observed. A few inches of water and a crystal-clear sea are the access to the natural pools of the park, a unique place not to be missed. There are no great activities to do, no wildlife to observe, and no great adventures to tell. Just an enchanting place like few in the world. Extremely shallow waters, dazzlingly white water and a dense concentration of palm trees along the coast. Until a decade ago, among the clear waters of this lagoon, you could admire the highest concentration of starfish in the Dominican Republic. Beautiful, giant, bright orange yellow, they were the main attraction of this unique place. The bad habits of tour operators and the lack of sensitivity of tourists have over time decimated the peaceful inhabitants of this incredible body of water. Today, things have changed. Common sense and stricter rules have secured the splendid guests of these seabeds. The pride of the Dominicans, these expanses of crystal clear water are a very special experience. Saona's natural pools represent the meeting point between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Perhaps for this reason, the island's depths are famous for snorkeling and diving. In just a 20-minute boat ride, you'll reach the boat dock and dive into the reef. In the Dominican Republic, the favorable water temperatures of 25 to 29 degrees allow for year-round diving. Fish, deep walls, caves, and even wrecks dating back to the 16th century are the treasure of this reef that runs parallel to the coast.
I got 2 words for you. Loyalty program. Snagged this hotel for $250 a night.
You didn't check Trivago? I got it for $155. Yo, Benny, this guy didn't check Trivago.
Oh, you have to check Trivago.
Look, on Trivago, you can compare prices from multiple different sites.
And loyalty programs and prices from hotel websites.
Same hotel, $100 less.
2 words. Check Trivago.
Benny!
Check Trivago to compare prices and save up to 40%. Hotel? Trivago.
Moving away from the coast, behind a first dense stretch of mangroves, there are marshes where pink flamingos live. Pink flamingos are birds that can reach almost 2 meters in height. They are well distributed along the entire coast of the Dominican Republic and mainly inhabit mudflats with shallow waters. Dios, Patria, Libertad. These are the 3 words placed on the flag of the Dominican Republic, and it is also the national motto. Punta Cana is the paradise of rest and tropical vacation by the sea, one of the largest white sand beaches in the Caribbean. A coastal strip that stretches for a good 48 kilometers, dotted with tall coconut palms and an enchanting sea. Here, where the Atlantic meets the Caribbean Sea, from the northernmost point of Uvero Alto to the southernmost tip of Cap Cana, there is a succession of accommodations that provide all the comforts for a modern stay by the sea. Here it is still the rhythm of merengue that marks the days. Playa Bávaro, home to luxury resorts and five-star hotels, was for decades the most popular beach for Dominicans. Today, it has transformed into the most sought-after vacation spot in the Caribbean. There is no real center in Punta Cana. It is a place born for tourism. A settlement that is based on dizzying resorts and organized excursions to the most captivating places in the country. From above, this tongue of soft white sand is even more captivating because it is the colors that make it special. Two colors dominate the landscape: the crystal blue of the clear waters of the Caribbean Sea and the green of the lush exotic vegetation that covers the imposing mountain ranges of the island. Punta Cana is not only fun in the shade of palm trees and crystal clear waters to swim in. Its hinterland is made up of endless forests of tall trees, impressive waterfalls, and rivers so long and rugged that you'll hardly remember you're in the middle of the Caribbean. Moving away from the coast, the large plantations that once made these territories indispensable are still productive. Sugarcane, coffee, tobacco, and the renowned cocoa are still cultivated. Cocoa is still today one of the main products of the Dominican Republic, as well as the main ingredient of some sweets of the local gastronomy. But there is more. Since the 80s, there is a great attention towards the production of organic cocoa, cultivated in soils without insecticides or chemical fertilizers. These territories are a great natural sanctuary for birds, and the reputation for birdwatching is growing in popularity. 300 species of birds have found their natural habitat here, and as many as 32 of them are even endemic. One of the most famous places for birdwatching is the Sierra del Bajoruco, the ideal habitat for most of the endemic species. Numerous species can also be seen along the coasts and in the northern hills of the island. Migratory birds congregate in mangrove thickets, stop on islands off the coast, and find shelter in the dozens of protected parks. You have to get up early in the morning to reach one of the hidden gems of the Dominican Republic. It is called El Salto del Limón, and it is the most impressive waterfall in the Caribbean. Reaching it is almost a titanic feat. You cross villages, travel hundreds of kilometers, and arrive at La Sabana de la Mer. The ancient fishing village perhaps owes its fame to this tourist activity. In fact, in addition to being a town dedicated to fishing, is also the docking point of the boats that shuttle to Santa Barbara of Samaná. Samaná is located in the extreme northeast of the country. Even Christopher Columbus had the opportunity to meet her despite himself. The Siguayos Indians welcomed him with an unwelcome shower of arrows. Samaná's long Santa Barbara Bridge is the first structure that appears on the horizon. It is a set of flyovers that connects three islets. It was President Joaquín Balaguer between the 1960s and 1970s who had them built. They are still being crossed by hundreds of people, an environmentally friendly and healthy way to view the bay from an unusual vantage point. El Limón waterfall is located about 20 kilometers from the city and port of Samaná. You have to climb in these open buses along a winding, lush road. A visit to a farm will be the ideal stop to get closer to the popular culture of the mountainous territory of Samaná. When the U.S. embargo began in 1962, Cuba lost its main cigar market overnight. The numerous factories of this product ran for cover by moving to the Dominican Republic. Since that day, the Dominican cigar has been among the most appreciated in the world.
Qué maravilloso.
By grating cocoa beans, here's a caloric local recipe.
Se de chocolate, o sea, el cacao, se guaya el cacao, luego se le introduce la banana, la miel y la vainilla. Es un pequeño postre típico.
The road goes up with 1,000 curves, and on the sides there are numerous ranchos that breed horses. The Limon waterfall is very isolated in an impervious place. Basically, it can only be reached on foot or on horseback. You pay 50 pesos for the entrance to the Monument Natural Salto El Limon. You rent the indispensable boots and finally enter the tropical forest. You enter the tropical bush while the hooves of the foals sink into the mud. We are over 300 meters above sea level, but in the middle of the Caribbean. Each horse has its own local guide. None of them receive a salary for this very strenuous work. They expect a tip. The climb becomes more and more challenging, and even the horses feel the fatigue. The waterfall is enclosed between the three mountains that make up the Sierra de Samaná. "45 minutes and you'll reach the top of the Loma. Leave the horses to rest and continue on foot." The last stretch of road walking is a real pain. A bristling, muddy path, slippery ground, and still a few streams to ford. Luckily, an improvised rope helps the walk, but eventually some fatigue sets in. The deafening noise of the jump is now distinct, and suddenly the waterfall appears. The Limon waterfall is the highest in the Caribbean, a jump of more than 40 meters high in freefall that repays all the efforts. No one here would dare attempt what these two Dominican boys are planning to do. Diving into the refreshing waters of the rivers is an integral part of Dominican culture. At the base of the waterfall opens a large natural pool, very deep, that can hold any kind of dive improvised by locals. The jump has walls covered with very slippery moss. It is discouraged in all languages to improvise dives or do acrobatics, a suggestion to be seriously considered. You are immersed in a transparent and sweet water in the heart of the jungle of the old Hispaniola, and probably this is the same image that the first explorers had the opportunity to admire in the past centuries. The return trip is less tiring, and even the horses seem to appreciate the relaxed pace. But for the guides, the day is not yet over. There are hundreds of mud-filled boots to be washed and put out to dry for the next day. Many kids live here in the villages at the foot of the waterfall. This is a typical rancho, a very simple, almost open-air kitchen.
Yo cocino. ¿Sabes? No pone palo por ahí. Así. Un poquitito. Arroz, carne de pollo, habichuela.
The peninsula of Samana offers a micro-world made of extraordinary nature, at times still wild. The islet of Cayo Levantado is definitely one of the most popular places in the country. It is located very close to the coast and can be reached in only 30 minutes by boat. The island also holds the unusual record of having 3 names. Cayo Levantado, that is, emerged island, being in the millennia literally raised from the waters. The Island of the Famous, having hosted an edition of the famous television program and also takes its name from a renowned rum. The natural views of the island have been immortalized in the 70s for the homonymous commercial. The entire island can be traversed in just 15 minutes on foot, and its clear, calm waters show off the full range of blue tones. The vegetation of the island is typical of the Caribbean, with shorelines shaded by thousands of coconut trees. It is worth mentioning that the Dominican Republic holds the record for the highest number of coconuts per square meter in the world. Cayo Levantado, with its recent history and naturalistic richness, is definitely a place not to be missed. But to observe the coral reef, many recommend proceeding to the south of the Dominican Republic. Not far from the coast, there are countless snorkeling spots. The sea changes its color several times. You go from the shallowest shoals, where it is pleasant to be carried by the weak winds, to the coral seabed, an irresistible mix of relaxation and adventure. It is the amount of fish that surprises, ravenous and curious. They approach without fear. There must be dozens of species, and they surround everything. Among the many stands a beautiful specimen of trumpetfish. Its appearance is so characteristic as to be unmistakable. A discreet swimmer, it loves to stay with its snout upside down. Judging the shady ravines are schools of yellow grunts that prefer to scurry away from human presence. The Dominican Reef is easily accessible even to the less experienced. Shallow and with excellent visibility is ideal for the first experiences with the seabed. the Dominican Republic is undoubtedly a fascinating destination, mainly due to its intriguing history and rich culture. Having overcome the difficult moment due to the repercussions of the devastating passage of Hurricane Jeanne, the island has raised its head again. Now it is one of the most appreciated destinations and contributes with its optimism to orient the pleasure of traveling.